Morning, folks. It's August 29th, 2022. I'm at the eastern edge of the property this morning. Posted a video recently talking about the road work and getting all the stone from the stone wall. That was video taken from down the road this way, removing a lot of the stone wall. There's still quite a bit of the stone to move out, but I thought what I'd show you is an area that I worked on the last few days. And it's an area that I'm revisiting from a year ago and 2 years ago, removing stone wall. So this is an area. So these are basically 2 rows of trees, which there was originally a stone wall that went right down between these 2 rows of trees. Quite a large stone wall. Then they added to the stone wall going out on either side, so these trees ended up growing in the stone wall. And so I've been like I said, a year ago I took out the bulk of the stone wall, everything I could get, and 2 years ago everything I could get. Now I'm coming back through with Elon, the Tsukushi TB290 excavator, and I'm teasing out as much of the stone as I can still get out in here. The stone goes down at least another foot, but I'm doing the best that I can do to do as little disruption to the trees as I can. I'm really surprised and delighted that the trees have done so well, but you can see these are fresh spots that I came in, and I'll attack this from both sides trying to get as much stone out of here. You can see some of the roots worked up into the stone wall over time, but there's many of the roots that go down nice and deep into the soil. And I basically run out of stone walls and all. And so I'm coming in, and you can see this is some of the stone that I'm getting out now. So it was still like this all the way up here, and as I can work in here and try to get as much of this stone out of here as I can. You can see I'm approaching it from different angles as I can. I use Elon to take the stone, set it out into the roadway here, and then I use the Hulk, the track loader, to come down here. You can see I do damage some roots. Here's one of the roots from this maple here. And I had to bring the excavator back up last night, so I ended up pushing some of this back to the side. So this is some of the remaining stone wall here that's still here. The stone wall was much higher than this and much wider. Went all the way to those trees over there on that side. So these stone walls were built probably over many years. There probably was the original stone wall, and then they just kept adding to the stone wall, making it taller and wider as time goes on. So that's one of the things I'm doing this morning. I have to do this like twice a day. Come down, tease out quite a bit of the stone, put it out into the roadway, so that the Hulk can come down here and get the loads. And this is how we build the base of the roads. So that's what I'm doing now. It's kind of somewhat monotonous work. I've been working on this completely steadily for this whole summer, with the exception of doing some work in the gardens and neglecting many other things. But my body's feeling it because I'm spending all day in equipment. And thank God for the equipment, because I don't know what I'd do without having the advantages of having this equipment. So what I'm going to do now is get in Elon, get some of the stone out into the roadway here so that I can get back to work and see if I can get that road across the waterway. Here we go. Okay, I just got off Elon. Excuse me, just got off of Elon, and I've been working over here, teasing out from along the roadway here, all of the stone. And so the stone wall actually went right up to the road, which is right along that tree ledge there, all the way. You can see here's some of the stone wall way out here. To this wall of trees going right up here. So about 30 foot wide in this area here, but quite high mounded in the center, which I took out last year and the year before. And now I'm trying to tease out as much as I can, trying to clear up around each one of these trees, do as little damage as I need to. And I do disrupt some roots, and I end up pulling up this one little tree over here. I'll be taking all that material, but we'll be reforesting this whole area in between all of these trees. But there's a lot of damage still. Some of these trees are snapped off up above there. They just haven't come down yet. But all of this will make a pretty decent base for the roadway. So I'll go now and get the Hulk, the Takushi TL12V2, and start taking scoops of this down here and extending the base of the road down by the beaver ponds. So almost time to go get breakfast and get on the Hulk. Okay, it's actually over a week after starting recording this video. I'm just getting back into trying to record some videos. So I thought what I'd do is start off by doing some editing to this video. As you can see, I've using the Hulk here, the Takushi TL12V2, grabbing the stone. You'll see there's some root material that was disrupted when I dug up this stone and dirt. And in a future video I'll talk about the different components and the layers and the actual construction going through a significant waterway area here, a pond-like area, and also going through marshlands as well, since I got some questions about that. One of the things I'll say is when you're putting in a road like this, backing up a track loader or a skid steer, because of the the large engine in the rear of the unit and the arms that raise and lower the loader on the front of the bucket, they really can exclude a lot of your visibility. I'm real happy I've got a backup camera in this, but when you're installing a relatively narrow roadway and it is gradually sinking as each time we ride over it, I end up making multiple layers on top of the road, lots and lots of layers of stone. And the dirt mixed in with the stone and gravel help to make almost like a concrete form, but it takes a few days for that to occur. And in the meantime, each time I drive over the area, it ends up compacting, and therefore the level sinks down some, and getting close to the edges of it are quite dangerous because there's no way of getting this piece of equipment back out if it does start to go over the edge down there, just like when I built these roads that you can see right now going between the upper pond and the lower ponds. Those are the upper Beaver Pond and lower Beaver Pond. The road you see me driving over right now is the road that I put in this year, and so this is a process. At this point, I hadn't gotten to the other side yet. I'll be making a video showing that we have gotten to the other side. I haven't shot any video footage. We've had lots of challenges the last couple of weeks. One thing we had some property damage caused by a car driven by someone who had just gotten out of prison, and no plates on the car, and he's had some drug abuse issues and all, and he drove off the road and into one of the pillars, the rumble wall block pillars that we had at the top of the property, flipped his car upside down, and fortunately he wasn't hurt at all. So that's one issue we've been dealing with. I also had some electrical storms, and it took out my network and internet. So it took me a couple days to troubleshoot what electrical components were actually damaged so I could get everything back up and running and be able to do some editing of videos. But during that time I was pretty busy with those projects. Thea's been very busy with harvesting food from the gardens, processing food, and doing a lot of cleanup work in the workshop so we can get ready for this winter as well. So it's fall time now, a lot of work going on around here, and so I apologize for not posting a video over the last week or longer actually, and just wanted to edit this and give a little bit of an explanation of what's been happening. We've made a little more progress since this point. I've actually got the road extended to the rest of the property that we wanted to get to, and have put a couple more layers on top of this, and still have a couple more layers to try and get on before the winter months as well. It's been pretty much full tilt boogie trying to spend every hour of daylight time getting this stuff done. So that's what we've been up to, and hopefully we'll be able to share more videos in the very near future. It's time for us to do a garden update, and I do want to give you an update of where we are on the other property now. We made it to land, so that's pretty cool and all. And so that's about it for this video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. And I did get some questions about Corduroy Road, and I'll explain where I've used that in the past, but it really wasn't applicable for putting the road across the Beaver Pond here and all to make access to the new property. So I hope you folks take good care and have a super fantastic and wonderful and safe day. Bye bye now.